Intricate Devo.
Hey everyone, today we're looking at Java's math class, your built-in toolkit for crunching numbers. But before we look at the code, here is the absolute best part about it. You don't need to instantiate it. Meaning, you never have to type new math. Why? Because all of its methods are static. They're just sitting there ready to work. You just call math something and you're good to go. Let's look at the heavy hitters you'll use all the time. First up, finding the highest or lowest of two numbers. Instead of writing tedious if-else statements, you can just use Math.max and Math.min. If you pass 5 and 10 into Math.max 510, it instantly hands you back 10. Toss them into Math.min 510 and you get 5. Clean, simple, one line of code. Next, let's talk about math. Square root of and math. Absolute value of what math. Square root of calculates the square root. One thing to keep in mind here, it always returns a double. So if you pass in the integer 64, it won't just give you 8, it returns 8.0. Then there's math, absolute value of, which stands for absolute value. Think of this as the distance from 0. It basically strips away any negative signs. Pass in a negative 4.7 and it flips it to a positive 4.7. It's incredibly useful when you need to calculate differences, but don't care which number was bigger. Alright, let's talk about Math.random because this is where people usually get tripped up. By default, calling Math.random with empty parentheses gives you a decimal number between 0.0 and 1.0. It includes 0.0, but it never quite reaches 1.0. So how do you get a normal random integer, say between 0 and 100? You have to do a little math of your own. You multiply Math.random by 101. And then you cast it to an integer using int in parentheses. That clips off the decimal and gives you a perfect whole number from 0 to 100. To wrap things up, Java gives you a few different ways to round decimals. Math.round does standard math rounding, decimals plot 5 and up go up, anything lower goes down. Math.ceil is short for ceiling. It forces the number to round up to the next integer no matter what. Math.floor does the exact opposite. It chops off the decimal and forces the number down. And finally, if you need exponents, use Math.pow(xy) to raise a number to a power, or grab Math.pi if you ever need a highly accurate value of pi for geometry equations. And that is the Java math class in a nutshell factorial. It saves you from rewriting basic math logic from scratch. Ready to see if it clicked? Try rewriting a quick program that takes a negative decimal, squares it, and rounds it up to the nearest whole number using what we just talked about. Thanks for listening and happy coding.